Hey everyone, Dan Gnadt, your PS2 guy here, and welcome back to This Week in PlayStation 2 History. When you dig through the mid-July release calendar across the console's lifespan, you don't usually find the massive, earth-shattering AAA blockbusters. Instead, this is the time of year when publishers experimented with casual compilations, summer movie tie-ins, and major sporting events. Today, I'm taking a look at a massive Olympic sports simulator, a collection of incredibly addictive puzzle games that took over the casual market, and a spooky animated adventure that aimed to give younger gamers their first taste of survival horror. It's a wonderfully weird mix of genres this week, so let's grab a controller and dive right into the history. Starting our journey this week, we land on July 14th, 2004 for the North American arrival of Athens 2004, the official tie-in to the games of the 28th Olympiad. To be completely honest, this one totally slipped past me back in the day, and I hadn't played a single minute of it until I sat down to do the research for this video. Developed by Eurocom, this title is essentially a massive, blister-inducing throwback to classic button-mashing sports games like track and field. It featured a huge variety of events spanning track and field, swimming, gymnastics, equestrian, and weightlifting. The gameplay is physically exhausting in the best way possible, requiring you to frantically mash the face buttons to build up speed while perfectly timing your triggers for jumps or breaths. If you had a multi-tap and a few friends over, this was the ultimate party game for ruining both your controllers and your friendships. Playing it now, it stands out as a fantastic time capsule of mid-2000s sports titles and a fun reminder of how intense local multiplayer used to get. Now, jumping ahead to the twilight years of the console, we hit July 15th, 2008, which saw a very different kind of release with PopCap Hits Volume 2. By 2008, the PS3 and Xbox 360, they were in full swing. But the PS2 install base was still too massive for publishers to ignore. Enter PopCap Games, who bundled two of their most fiercely addictive PC titles into a single disc, Heavy Weapon and Zuma. This is a fun one to look back on because it highlights how gaming demographics were shifting. My wife Michelle isn't a gamer by any stretch, but she absolutely gravitated towards Zuma on this disc and played it a ton. The mechanics are beautifully simple. You control a stone frog pivoting in the center of the screen, firing colored balls into an ever-advancing chain to make matches before they reach the golden skull. It's a perfect testament to how brilliant game design doesn't need to be overly complicated. Whether you were shooting colored balls out of the mouth of a frog in Zuma or frantically surviving the chaos of Heavy Weapon, this disc proved that simple, highly engaging puzzle loops could grab the attention of just about anyone who picked up the controller. And now, rounding out this mid-July block, we step into the neighborhood on July 18th, 2006 for the animated movie tie-in Monster House. Just like Athens 2004, this one flew entirely under my radar, and I never actually played this one myself until I started capturing footage for this week's segment. My kids, however, are a different story. They really enjoyed playing through this one back in the day, especially my daughter. Looking at it now with fresh eyes, it's actually a surprisingly solid action-adventure title for a licensed game. You take control of three distinct characters, DJ, Chowder, and Jenny, who are trapped inside a living, breathing, and incredibly hostile house. Instead of shotguns and rocket launchers, your arsenal consists of high-powered water blasters to fend off possessed furniture, flying books, and aggressive floorboards. The game does an excellent job of capturing the distinct, slightly creepy CG-style aesthetic of the film. It incorporates light, puzzle-solving elements, requiring you to swap between the kids to utilize their specific abilities to navigate the changing architecture of the house. It's essentially Resident Evil with training wheels, delivering a fun vibe that fits the movie perfectly. Alright, and that wraps up my look at this specific mid-July window. It just goes to show that even during the slow summer months, the PlayStation 2 was delivering experiences that catered to literally every type of player in the house. You had blister-inducing Olympic sports, bite-sized puzzle games that anyone could pick up and understand, and a spooky adventure perfect for a younger audience. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this lineup. Were you breaking controllers in Athens 2004, chaining together massive combos in Zuma, or dodging flying chairs in Monster House? Drop your memories down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, make sure to hit the like button and share the video with a friend, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode. I'm Dan Gnadt, the PS2 guy. Thanks so much for spending time with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember, stay retro.
Midnight strikes!